are at the Port Louis Marina in Grenada. It is the main marina near St. George, the main town on the southwest side of the island. After 15 days at sea, we have arrived in Grenada. The first order of business was groceries. The same cart that cost us under $200 in South Africa was $450 in Grenada.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Oh.
Grenada is the most southern island in the volcanic chain that is the Windward and Leeward Islands of the Caribbean. It is called the Spice Island and known for its wealth of nutmeg, cloves, cinnamon,
both is, yeah. See? And when I strip it, then you...
cocoa, and many more. I'm told there is always a fruit in season, and they have 200 varieties of mangoes, my favorite. Located at 12 degrees north, it's on the southern edge of the hurricane belt, so many cruisers make this home during the hurricane season. Though it is situated to the south of most of the hurricane tracks, it isn't risk-free. Grenada was hit in 1955 by Hurricane Janet, 1999 by Hurricane Lenny, 2004 by Ivan, and 2005 by Emily. We have spent many days exploring the highlights of Grenada. We first made our way along the east coast of the island through the town of Grenville to La Vera Beach. A beautiful sandy beach where the leatherback turtles come to lay their eggs late March or early April.
She already come off of it.
Just towards the back. From there, we drove to Sodders, a town on the northern tip of the island, where in 1651, the last of the native Caribs jumped to their deaths off this 40-meter cliff rather than be dominated by the conquering French. From there, we drove down the west side of the island to the refreshing Concord waterfalls. Later, we drove to downtown St. George's and visited Fort George. Fort George was named in 1763 when the British took possession of the island from France. The current version of this fort was built between 1706 and 1710 on a battery that originally was erected by France in the 1600s. This is the main hospital on the island. Grenada has one of the best medical schools, which happens to be way over there. But so I hear they have pretty decent health care. Little did we know we would need that hospital in just a few days. we picked a good day to come to Fort George because it's a Sunday. It was empty, and we got to park right at the top instead of walking all the way up the hill. And they didn't charge us to go in. It's supposedly a $2 US fee to go in, but there was nobody anywhere to take any money, so that was a good part. The bad part is all of the stores down in St. George's and the town down around us are closed, including the coffee shops, and we really want a good coffee. But that's okay. So I think we're going to head to the waterfalls. This is Annandale Falls, the most accessible falls and a great place to swim. Grenada has 18 waterfalls. Some are just off the road and others require a difficult hike to reach. It looks like on some days there's a bar or restaurant open up here, but it's Sunday, so it's pretty quiet. Grenada was created by ancient volcanoes that rose from a shallow sea. The hard volcanic rock erodes very slowly and has created a topography of steep hills and valleys. The most recent activity were the explosions that left craters such as Lake Antoine and Grand Etang about 10,000 years ago. Today, the only activity is a submarine volcano located on the northwest edge of the island called Kikumjini. Here is Grenada. This is Kikumjini. There is an exclusion zone here that they want boats to avoid. One day while snorkeling, John went lionfish hunting. Here we go. They are small, but it'll be a little appetizer. So I've got these lionfish all cut up into little strips here, and then I'm going to coat them and fry them. Okay, here's the lionfish all fried up with a nice little green salad, balsamic and vinegar dressing, no, balsamic and oil dressing, ketchup, we're ready for dinner. Not of too much of a sunset tonight.
Oh, I've been trying to suck it out, but those two pokes right there from this little right here. Oh, somehow I ended up poking myself with them. Oh, I got poisoned by the freaking lionfish. And it hurts way worse than a bee sting. Gosh, that hurts.
I've heard it hurts. Thankfully, it's not deadly.
Yeah, but I only kill them so I can save the reef fish.
I know, but...
Oh, he's such a bad little guy.
He's just doing his job.
I went in here, and I went all the way down to the end down there, over to those rocks, swam all the way back around. When I first went in, I saw him, and I missed him. So I went all the way to those rocks, swam all the way back down to those wood pillars, and then back out to the reef out here, and then I saw him again, and I got him.
And then he got you.
He got me. Oh, damn! Oh, I can feel it swelling up already.
It's gonna.
Oh. It's not like a bee sting. A bee sting, you can feel it, and it's kind of like numb, but this one here, from the fingertip clear up to here is numb already, and I can feel it like swelling up like a bee sting. It comes clear up to here already, and I got it right in the knuckle. I can't feel my fingertip at all, and I can't feel to there, but I can still feel to here, but I can feel it going up. And I can feel it, it's getting harder and harder to bend that finger. Die, you bad fish, you bad
That's like the littlest one we caught too, huh?
bad fish, you.
How did he get you?
I'm not really sure, because this keeps getting loose. See how it's loose?
Yeah.
I slid my hand down to make sure it wasn't going to fall off.
Oh, yeah.
And he got me.
Yep. John's pain got worse and his whole arm began to swell, so we took him to the emergency room. They were awesome and got him in quickly. About what to do when you get shot.
Yeah, just make super hot water, because boy, it is. I mean, I've been stuck by a red snapper in my ankle, a poisonous stinger this long. The barb went into my ankle. I had to use vice grips, clip onto it, and twist it out, because I had two guys grab it with pliers and try and pull it out, and they couldn't get it out. So we had to get vice grips, put on it, and twist it to get it out. And my ankle swelled up. It didn't hurt as bad as this lionfish does. This is bad. It just, my stomach turned. I puked 3 times already. They gave me 2 shots in my ass and 1 in my arm. And it's at least it pulled the pain back to this area. It used to be all the way up here and my gut was turning. But the pain's back to my hand now, so don't mess around with the lionfish.
The nurse gave him these prescriptions and they were less than $20 total. Well, that sunset got a lot better tonight. We have ourselves a little sliver of moon.